On a quiet Friday evening, the Danish royal court made a statement that turned out to be a real surprise for us and for fans of the monarchy. Prince Joachim and Princess Marie, who have already been living in the United States for 2 years, have decided to stay there even longer, until the end of August 2027. This is especially unexpected because only a few months ago, the prince himself hinted that he dreamed of returning to Denmark. Let me remind you that 56-year-old Joachim, the younger brother of the current King Frederick, moved to Washington in September 2023. He was accompanied by his wife, 49-year-old Princess Marie, and their children, 16-year-old Count Henrik and 13-year-old Countess Athena. In the American capital, the prince holds a very serious position. He works as a defense industry attaché at the Danish embassy. Now it has become clear that his diplomatic mission will continue. Interestingly, as recently as June this year, in an interview on Danish television, the prince admitted that the family misses their homeland and dreams of returning. He said that despite the comfort and new acquaintances in the United States, their main social and family base is in Denmark. At that time, Joachim was sure, as soon as his work in America ended, the family would immediately return home. But as we see, circumstances have made adjustments, and the return will have to be postponed. In the official press release of the royal court, it is clarified that the Ministry of Defense has extended the prince's stay in the position until the end of August 2027. Thus, the second son of Queen Margaret, she is now 85 years old, let me remind you, will live in Washington with his family for at least 2 more years. The children will continue their studies in local schools. The prince explained the reason for this decision in an interview with the newspaper Berlingske. According to him, the main factor was the education of his elder son. Count Henrik is studying in an American high school, which is similar to a Danish gymnasium. To move to another country in the middle of one's studies is a serious challenge for a teenager, and the parents decided to give him the opportunity to calmly finish his school cycle. It is hard not to agree with that. Any parent understands how painful a sudden move can be for a child during such an important period. Princess Marie confirmed in the same conversation that the family does indeed plan to return to Denmark, but they do not want to make promises. The situation can change, and they are trying not to make loud declarations. In her words, all of them have settled well in Washington, the children have found friends, and they feel confident. However, the princess also has her worries. She admitted that she is very concerned about preserving the Danish language in the family. For her personally, Danish was never easy. It was difficult to learn, and now, being far from a language environment, she fears losing her skills. No less important for her is that the children do not forget their native tongue. That is quite a natural concern for a family where 3 languages, English, French, and Danish, are mixed in everyday life. It is worth mentioning that such multiculturalism is almost the family's calling card. Before the United States, they lived in France, where the prince also worked in the embassy. French is in fact the family's native language. Marie grew up in France, and Joachim himself spoke it since childhood, as his father, Prince Henrik, was born in the French town of Talence. So trilingualism has long been established in their home, and the children really do speak English, French, and Danish at a good level. Despite living across the ocean, the family does not break their ties with their homeland. They still own a house in Vedbæk, bought even before the move, and their royal patronages of various organizations in Denmark remain in place. Another family member is currently visiting them in their Washington home, 23-year-old Count Henrik, Prince Joachim's son from his first marriage. The young man, who usually lives in Copenhagen, temporarily found himself in Mexico through an exchange program and took the opportunity to visit his father, stepmother, and younger brother and sister. The news about the extension of their American period caused a lively reaction among the Danes. In the royal family's social media, most of the comments are positive. Many people acknowledge, yes, they would like to see Prince Joachim and Princess Marie in Denmark because they are very close to the people and are well-loved. But Joachim's work is truly important for the country. Apparently, the public understands that strengthening ties with the United States in the defense field is no less important right now than being present at home. So, instead of returning in the near future, the family will remain in Washington. Over these 2 years, Count Henrik will complete his studies, the prince will continue to strengthen diplomatic and military relations, and Princess Marie will focus on charity work, including projects in support of veterans. For the monarchy, this decision is quite logical. The elder brother, King Frederick, is focused on responsibilities inside the country, while the younger one successfully represents Denmark's interests abroad. Such a division of roles is often seen in royal families and seems reasonable. And so we can only keep following how events unfold. Whether the return in 2027 will be final, time will tell. One thing is already clear. Joachim and Marie have truly become bridges between Denmark and the wider world. And in this sense, their mission seems even larger than their personal plans.